I think I asked this question about a year and a half ago, and a couple of you were shaking your heads. I got you with that because none of you work for Resolution Realty. All of you are in business for yourself. All of you are business owners. And I hope that every day you wake up and you look at your day as a business owner. So I'm going to ask Mike to come up here because we're going to share a little bit of information with you guys. We'll keep it short. Yeah, get out of here. No, I'm just kidding.
Bye, guys.
I want to ask you guys another question because you are business owners. Have you ever thought about if you would hire or fire yourself? I want you to think about it. Because I want you to think, as a business owner, you're your number one, and how do you feel about that? And that's what I really think you should ask yourself every day as well. And that's what Mike and I ask ourselves every day since we started real estate, but even before that. And so I want to give you guys a little timeline of what our business has looked like, and there is a reason for this. I'm not just talking about myself today. All right. I started at Century 21 as a brand new agent by myself. Mike was working in another industry at the time. And that was when floor time was a thing. Floor time is when we all used to depend on our brokers, and we would go to our office. For those of you that are new, that don't know what floor time is, we would go to the office during set time periods, like employees, and we would wait for the phone to ring because the brokers had branded themselves. And so when people were asking about houses, they would call the brokerage, and the brokers didn't want to talk to those people. And so they would have their agents answer the phones, and you would hope to get a buyer or seller out of that floor time. Well, I joined real estate in 2008 when everybody and their mother got out of it because the market had crashed. But I was in advertising, and so everybody's advertising budgets had crashed as well, and so I got laid off. And my mom was a real estate agent, and she always used to tell me I should get into this. So I got into it with an entrepreneur attitude of I need to build up my business. But I talked to many agents in 2006, 2004. Literally, they will tell you, when did you start?
02.
So maybe you experienced this. I know you were in a little bit of a different market, but they would answer the phone and they would sell a house. That's how great the market was, because they were just sitting in the brokerage waiting for that floor time, and they would answer the call and they would sell a house. So what did that create? Did you experience that?
I did. So when I first started, day one when I came in, my broker / mentor said, hey, here are leads. So they were called buyer profile sheets. People would call the brokerage from looking at a magazine or some of the branding that my broker was doing. And he said, here are the leads that you are going to call, and here is the floor time. Wait for this phone to ring. And meanwhile, figure out how to do open houses and figure out how to do your business. And that was it. Go.
Yep.
And I did.
Yeah.
But that was it.
And similar experience for me. I would go do floor time, and while I was sitting there waiting for the phone to ring, I would be planning my open house for the weekend. I would be reaching out to my SOI. And by the way, you guys, my SOI is in the Midwest. I would reach out to my SOI and tell them if they knew someone, then I can help them because I had a huge network of agents. You guys have that as well. I would spend those hours working on my business. And you guys stay with me because I do have a point to this story. It is just a little bit lengthy. So agents at that point I was at the #1 brokerage in our county. They didn't hire new agents, but the broker was one of my advertising clients, and he knew that I was going to work hard. He knew I was going to be a hustler, and he said, I will let you come into this brokerage even though I don't bring on new agents. So thankfully, I was surrounded by seasoned agents that didn't come to work, though. They got really fat. What?
Didn't want to help.
Most of them didn't want to help. They got really fat in 2004 to 2006, so I would sit there and sponge up everything I could. And there was a couple that were really nice, and I will forever be thankful to them.
There was also one that literally said, you're going to be my competition. Why would I help you?
And I am very good friends with her today, and we are very good referral partners, and that's awesome, and we laugh about that comment. She will even say that she was small-minded at the time, that she was not thinking big picture. So I would sit floor time every day. My first year, I honestly don't remember what I sold my first year. I was very busy, and you guys know I'm not a numbers person.
14.
Huh?
14.
14, okay, 14. Thank you. That's why I have him. He's a numbers guy. So the agents started realizing, because the first year at Century 21, I was given an award. And so they all expected awards because they got them every year, but they were like, who's this new girl and how is she getting awards in this shitty market? And I was like, I just come to work every day. I literally came to work every day. That's what I was doing in advertising. So I came in and I did what I needed to do. Anyone who didn't want floor time, which was most of them, I would take their floor time. I always took Friday floor time because the phone always rang on Fridays and nobody ever wanted it. And then they started coming in and going, I want floor time. And then everybody started fighting over floor time because they realized that it wasn't a bad market. It depended on what they were doing with the market. And the phones were ringing, and I was selling those properties. Same thing with open houses. They didn't want to do open houses. And I started doing open houses, and I was getting clients, and they again said, how is she getting all the business? And they called me lucky. They said, Annette is so lucky because she just gets all the business, just falls into her lap. And I just kept doing what I was doing. And it really did hurt my feelings because I did want to be friends with these people. And then Mike joined me at Century 21, and almost very similar, very close to that time, I think you were with me for a year, and we went to Keller Williams. Keller Williams changed the real estate market completely because they said, you no longer have to sit and wait for your broker to brand the brokerage. You can demand business to come to you. You can attract business to come to you. And we were like, what? That's the craziest thing we've ever heard. We didn't know that that was a possibility. We thought it all had to come from the broker.
Their concept, as they put it to us, which was part of what won us, is this isn't about the brokerage here. This is about the agents. Mm-hmm. The agents are going to be the stars. The brokerage is going to do fine and make money, and we're all going to be profitable because of you guys. Totally different model. No more brokerage numbers in the yards. It got to be ours.
So in 2011, we joined KW, and we never looked back until we came to Nevada. And the reason why is because our business only continued to go up from there. And you guys, I'm truly not bragging. I want to give you guys an example of what this market is. Our business continued to grow because we went out, and at that point, we prospected 2 to 4 hours every single day. And Mike and I did it the hard way. A lot of you guys have heard us talk about, we truly did it the hard way. We hit the streets every single morning at 8 a.m. after we dropped our kids off at school, and we walked the neighborhoods and dropped off flyers and knocked on doors and talked to homeowners and toured homes sometimes as well, every single day for how many years?
Almost 5. Almost 5, yeah.
We did it every day, which was good because we got our exercise and our Legion in at the same time. But I met with one of the, actually the broker's wife from Century 21 after we had been at Keller Williams for 2 years, and she said, man, Annette, you are so lucky in your business again. And I said, it's not that I'm lucky, I'm working really hard every single day. And I showed her some of the things that I was doing. And she said, holy cow, I wish that I had someone that would do this kind of marketing for me. There's tons of companies out there that'll do it for you if you want to pay for it. But you can do it yourself. And so it was really amazing that we switched from her saying that I was lucky to how can you help me in my business? And it was because we continued to grow and we continued to scale our business. And we changed it completely from waiting for buyers to call us at the brokerage to going out and getting the listings. I am seeing agents do this across the nation. So how many of you think that this is a shitty market?
Don't be scared.
I've heard you all say it, so you can admit it.
Okay.
It is.
No, there's four people out of 40 raise their hand. How many agents, all of you guys, how many you think have buyers or sellers, or let's say buyers that think it's a bad market? Everybody should raise their hand.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly it. Go ahead.
But is it?
It's not. This is the hottest market that we've ever seen in this industry. We've seen a few different markets. And it depends on who is out there working it, and it has nothing to do with luck. So if you're seeing someone succeeding right now and it's frustrating you, talk to them. Ask them what they're doing. Because everyone here, I love every one of you that you are willing to collaborate with your neighbor. I know that when my broker asked me for the first time if I would teach a class on farming, I immediately said, "Are you kidding me? I'm not giving them all my secrets." My secret was to walk the neighborhood 2 to 4 hours a day. That was it.
The secret was to sweat down to your shorts every day.
That's him, not me. Okay,
was me.
That's him. But
I drove.
I didn't want to, but I was reluctantly, okay, I've gotten a lot from this brokerage, I'm going to teach it. And I taught it probably once a quarter of how to lead generate, and I gave everybody everything that I used, my flyers, my maps, my planning, every single thing. And I have all of that, you guys, that I can share with you as well. And unfortunately, they would come in and I would watch them totally deflate and go, oh gosh, exactly what Jennifer just said. It's a lot of work, you guys. It's still not cleaning toilets. It's still not brain surgery. You guys can sit in the air conditioning and make some phone calls. So yes, we got to get over a hump of anxiety and actually call people and talk to them and build relationships. But when you're saying that it's hard, is it really that hard if you just commit the time to do it? So, I'm sorry you didn't jump in very much there. I thought you would more. So he's just standing here for eye candy today.
The funniest thing about those classes, when we taught those classes for the brokerage, the new agents would come in. They knew who we were. They knew our reputation. They knew the business we were doing because it was awards month after month after month. And they'd come in and they'd just sit there. And I used to joke with Annette at the end of the class. I would look in all their faces and they'd all leave and I'd say, "Did you see that? They all came in here." Back then, the commercial for the office stores, remember the big easy button?
Oh, yeah.
Said they all thought they were coming in for the easy button. They literally started the class just like, "Okay, just tell me how to go make money." "Oh, crap, you mean I got to work? God, this sucks." And they would walk out deflated. Some of them would do it one time, and they'd stop and just begin aimlessly wandering, looking for the next easy button.
So I just want to tell you guys, it is really exciting that every single one of you has an opportunity here. I go to Key Realty twice a month with Aaron, and I tell every new agent there that we have the resources, the tools, the support, the education. We have everything you need to make it in this business, and it's ultimately up to you what you're going to do. So this isn't a shaming moment. I hope this is an inspiring moment. I really do, and it's all about your mindset and how you're taking it right now. So you could be looking at me right now going, "Goodness gracious, is this really what she thought was a great idea to motivate me today?" Yes, I did, because if I was hearing someone say this to me, I would appreciate it. And I'm telling all of you, I have the tools, the resources, you have the support, we have it all for you. And so if you're not sure what to do in your business today to get to the next step, come talk to us. And ask the question every day if you would hire yourself or fire yourself. So just go back to that beginning, because if you're thinking that you would fire yourself, then let's talk. Because I don't want you to have that kind of morale at your company. That kind of stinks. And so let's talk about it, because this market is, and Aaron's going to go into the market update in just a few minutes. You're going to see there's more listings coming on the market than ever. They're just selling so fast. You guys aren't having the opportunity to grab an open house, right? So let's talk about how you can get ahead of the open house. There are ways to do that. I used to list my properties every time. I would sign them on Tuesdays. I'd have the photographer on Wednesday. I would say we were not accepting any offers until Monday per seller's request. And I would do an open house on Saturday and Sunday, and I would blow it up by inviting everyone in the neighborhood, circle prospect, and I would get sellers out of this too. And I ended up double ending a lot of those properties. I ended up getting more listings off of those properties. It's all in how you guys are working your listings, working your lead generation. If you're spending all your time trying to get more buyers, you're going to spend all your time showing a ton of houses, writing a ton of offers, and thinking this market sucks. So I hope this puts it into a little bit of perspective for you. And again, I can't stress enough that I'm not shaming you guys. I'm hoping that I'm opening up an idea that there is opportunity out there for you guys, and it just depends on what you're going to do with it. Did you have anything to add? So on that happy note, and it really is a happy note, I hope I really didn't deflate you guys, but I am being a little firmer than I normally am because I've heard a lot of agents come to me saying that this isn't working. Yeah, there's 18,000 agents out there that are competing with you, and if you don't have a value proposition, if you don't have something that sets you apart from them, you're not going to get the job. You're selling yourself every day. So with the value proposition, I want to kind of, you can take your mic there. I'm going to bring Brody Plapp up here. We'll go into a happier note.
Brody
is from Accomplished Home Inspections.
Let's give Annette a hand real quick.
Yeah, let's give Annette a good hand.
That was inspirational for me.
Oh, thank you, Brody.
Come on up, man. Take the stage.
Brody is a business owner that is working his business every day, and he's also a real estate agent, but him and his dad, his Accomplished Home Inspections is really blown up thanks to you guys. And so Brody is, they sponsored, I was thinking accomplished, they sponsored breakfast today, and Brody just wants to come in here and talk to you guys a little bit about his business.
Yeah, so how's it going, everyone? Good to see everybody's faces, see a couple new faces in here. You know what I love about this office so much is each time I walk in, I just kind of feel an energy boost. Seeing the faces and the people, just gets me going. And I really like with Annette's, speech, it kind of just brought me back to, my dad growing up. He used to always tell me, the way you get started is you kind of just keep your head down and you keep walking. It's almost like you ever go on a hike and you got a big mountain to climb. You're looking at it, and if you're staring up at the top of the mountain the whole time while you're walking, it just seems so far away. But if you put your head down and you just keep trucking, soon enough by the end, you don't even realize you made it to the top.
I love
So
that.
it just kind of motivated me there. And what's really nice about Resolution Realty is you're not making that walk alone, Yeah, it's a lot that goes with the people around you. So, you're by yourself, not as fun, but when you got Aaron, Annette, and everyone in here that's by your side, helping each other out, all on the same goal, just makes it a lot more fun. So I don't want to take too much of Aaron or Annette's time.
Yeah.
I know you guys want to break down the market a little bit more, but my father, he's currently climbing in the attic, so I'm here on his behalf. I'm sure he'd much rather be here talking to you guys, but
And he will be.
he will be. Oh, yeah. Good note. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I believe, is the class. So if you guys have any questions or anything comes up, feel free, save it as a note in your mind. But at the same time, you can always text us, call us, and that's a big thing with, in real estate, you got to kind of move fast when there's questions and a client's on you. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're always here to help you. And if you want to send a client that is stressing about buying a home and it has to do with home inspections, feel free to, have them give us a call or just reach out to us directly. Hopefully we can help you guys through it and whatnot. Whatever you need, we're here for it.
Can I talk about that for a little bit?
Absolutely.
So everybody's experiencing all these multiple offers and getting homes under contracts and sellers moving really fast and like post-possessions are popping up. It's nuts. When you're doing home inspections or somebody's ordering home inspections from you, what are you seeing different with the market and how agents are working with you? What should we be proactive about that to get a home inspection with you besides like communication and setting it up? I feel like the market conditions have to affect your business a little bit too, right?
So on the real estate side, for me, I look at it to when I was a realtor. So whenever I would have a buyer that would come up, I don't do the inspection and I wouldn't do that for liability. For me, what always helped me was just knowing my due diligence and being proficient about my file. And when I say that, the file is what helped me with my schedule. So as soon as I go on a contract, I would look at everything that I uploaded to CSU, and I would just know, okay, first day under contract, reach out to the home inspector, say, hey, what's the soonest you can get us out here, and we can do it for you. All our reports are same-day turnaround, so the biggest thing is your due diligence, because right now, in this market, everything is so much shorter and faster.
Right.
So we're willing to work with you. Resolution, you guys, you got that top edge with us, so we're going to make sure that we get it in there and we can help you guys out, make sure we get it done.
Yeah, we were telling you guys when you're writing your offers to shrink that due diligence period down as much as humanly possible. And you don't want to do that. If you're not confident, you can get a home inspector to the property right away. So if I have a 3-day due diligence period and I just opened escrow, bro, I'm going to call you, Brody.
Exactly,
I need
yeah.
you to get to this house because if we can't get this home inspection done in like 24 hours,
Right.
we're going to have an issue. And that's what I want you guys to be confident when you hit up Brody or Greg at Accomplished. These guys are going to have to drop what they're doing and get to you guys fast to make it happen. If it's urgent, some of you guys got 10 days, cool. But I know how fierce the market is. I want these guys to be ready for you.
Yeah, so if you are writing an offer and you have a short due diligence like that, like 3 days, that's pretty tight. So while you're writing that offer and you're confident, reach out to us. Give us a heads up like, hey, we're setting this in. We're confident it's going to go on our contract. Can you at least let us know where it's going to be on the schedule if we get it booked? And we can give you a rough estimate. Now, know that multiple jobs are coming in, people are always booking us. So the biggest thing is to just stay consistent with hitting us up and keeping us updated on if it got under contract. You know, let us know. Another thing in this market that we're seeing a lot is with homes that are occupied, the sellers are more and more stingy about letting us get in there. So the more proficient you are about just, you know, staying up on what's going on, we're going to write this offer. We got a 3-day due diligence that we're choosing to write this offer. When can you get us in? We'll get back to you. Let us know that it'll be around this day. It won't be set in stone because it's not under contract, but because you guys, we're going to hold it there as long as we can, and we're going to be in communication. If something's that is about to fill that spot, we'll be sure to reach out and let you know so that we can kind of get things rolling there for you.
Yeah. And if you haven't used Accomplished yet, they have a really slick website, and your turnaround time's 24 hours on the reports, right? Or
we are
sooner?
same-day turnaround.
Same day turnaround?
Yes.
Okay, so
Usually, if we have like 3 jobs, that report will be like more towards the nighttime because that's when we're uploading the finished reports. That being if it's a long day, but we always are same-day turnaround.
okay,
Yes.
well, that's good to have.
Great.
Absolutely.
I just think that this is why having partnerships is special. The fact that they will work around your negotiations, that they'll hold a spot for you knowing that you might be in competition with 30 other offers. So I can't thank you guys enough for being an
Yeah.
amazing partner.
And we're just as grateful. We love Resolution. I love Resolution as an agent side. Aaron and Annette have been grateful, you know, done so much for me. Growing up, I mean, it was funny. You said you started in 2002. I was born in 2001. That blew my mind.
All right, get out of here. Now you went too far.
Love you guys. Keep killing it. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. One big clap
Thanks,
for Brody,
Brody.
guys.
All right, with that, I'm heading out.
All right, brother. Take it easy, man.
If you want to grab a bite, the food's here. You can tell them how good it is as you're walking out.
All of his information's on Element, guys. You know
Yes.
where to get it.
Yeah, wow, that really aged us. I have a daughter his age, so ouch. Real quick, I want to have Jennifer come up. She just wants to, oh, do you want me to announce it for you? Oh, no, yeah, we talked about this. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Jen has her new, what do you call your class? A new mortgage? Mortgage 101. I haven't been here very long, obviously. I don't know what's going on at this place. Mortgage 101, 1 o'clock on Thursday. Jen's teaching. I do hope that you guys can join. Sign up on the team calendar.
And I promise I'll have sandwiches.
All right.
Missed out last time.
Don't worry, I saved the day. You got lucky.
You did
It was-
You'll have food though.
So lunch and learn, 1 o'clock on Thursday. And then Annie from Landmark wants to come up and chat real quick with you guys as well.
What was the date Paul's going to do that product launch for FGMC?
I'll tell you in a minute. Come on up, Annie.
Okay, come on up. Everybody, let's welcome Annie Sawyer with
I'm off
Meadows Title and Escrow, please.
Hello, hi guys, I'm Annie for those that don't know me. I just wanted to talk about buyer signings. So sometimes your buyers are going to be located out of state. Sometimes the wife can be in Colorado and then the husband is here in Las Vegas. So it is important to let us know ahead of time just so we can get the person who lives out of state in Colorado signed first and then enough time to FedEx those docs back to me, sign the buyer here in Vegas, and then we can close. So the person who is out of state always has to sign first. So it's just important to have open communication.
Yeah, and you guys have probably seen that a lot with people moving into town or selling and then heading out of town. Are you seeing a lot of spouses being in separate areas? Yeah? Are you seeing it a lot on your escrows?
Yes.
That's why it's important to make sure we sign the out-of-state client first.
Yes, sellers, it's different stories. Sellers can sign anytime. It doesn't have to be the same set of docs, but it's the loan documents where the buyers have to sign out of state first and then in state second. very sad.
I know, we're getting a little feedback issue. Not sure. Hey, Ryan or Jeremy, is there a way to slow that down or move over? Just move over here a little bit more. Okay, it's very sensitive today. I don't know why. And that's just on the buyer side with the loan docs, guys. You got to keep that in mind. And that, what were you going to say there? Okay, cool. And that's what you got for us, a little our 1 minute escrow note today?
1 minute title tip.
Okay.
Well, and just a quick reminder, what should they be writing on their contracts?
So I was actually told it does have to say landmark/meadows.
Okay.
Really? Did we switch?
That's just what I was told by my president.
Okay. All right, guys. So on your contracts, we're doing landmarks/meadows. Meadows, more importantly, if you ever forget, let's have meadows on the contract when you're writing your offers. And again, we're grateful for the business, and Annie's been doing a bang-up job.
Yeah.
Does everybody love her so far?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm seeing, yeah, a lot of these guys, and I know the TC department's really happy. So you came in and crushed it, and we appreciate that. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
One big clap for Annie.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, you want to go over that? It's next Monday.
Yeah, so when SWBC merged or went over to FGMC, we said, hey, there's going to be this laundry list of new loan products coming out, a ton of them. Paul at FGMC is going to do a training class. It's going to be about an hour and a half, and it's going to be on the 21st of March at 1 p.m. We'll put it in the calendar. The loan products these guys got will help your business, I guarantee it. And there's new ones in there to help you generate business that you couldn't get before because of how special the loans are. So if you're on the phones or your database, or you're trying to market in the communities or doing flyers, you guys are going to know everything about these loan products after you get out of that class. Everybody, please attend. It will be via Zoom and in our training room. But you have to know what these products are. They are legit and they're really cool. You will get business from it.
Do you want to talk about feedback forms?
Yes. Is that my stage now for updates?
Yep.
Yes. That's going to be 1 o'clock on the 21st.
And we'll get it on the team calendar, and we are also going to record it for those of you who aren't able to make it.
Yep, and then I wanted to jump into the feedback forms. You guys see me post them on email and Facebook. A raise of hands, how many people, please tell me, have not filled it out? Okay, I would love for you guys to fill those forms out as soon as possible. They are anonymous, and we have been getting great feedback. It's important for us because we're going to redesign and improve a lot of the systems and leadership here at the office. And some of the topics that we've been seeing come back that were like multiple people were saying, I want this from you or us, was lead generation was a big one. Investor training was another one. Resuming and doing and having morning huddles here at the office. How to take KV core strategies and generate business. Showing assistance for helping people in the market today. More mentoring. And there was discussions of commissions, transaction fees, and a couple other things with the transaction coordination department to help. So there's 10 things there that are all topics for our business that you guys are saying, hey, I'd like this, I'd like that. And they go more into detail, obviously, with the forms. We want to make some really big wholesale changes or improvements with the office, but I'm not going to do anything with this office without having everybody here tell me exactly what you want, no holds bar. I just need to know what's going on in your business that we need to improve on with our leadership team, and we're taking everything into consideration, and we started mapping stuff out on the boards. We took all the feedback forms and sat in the office for over an hour the other day. Everybody's looking at this saying, we know what you want, we're going to execute it, and we're going to spend the rest of this year doing that. So it's exciting because we're going back to the table and going like, you know what, that is a hole. Or I know Lynn needs this in her business. Why are we not proving it? You know, Jenny wants this. Okay, let's get it to Jenny. It's not just one person we're trying to take care of. We're trying to take care of all of you guys. And I need you to fill out those forms. So please jump in there. I'll send them back out again. You guys at home, Zoomers, I can't see your hand right now, but go ahead and please take a look at that.
And it does still ask for a name, but it's not a required area. So if you guys want to have anonymous, that is there for you. you want to talk about Sisu?
I do want to talk about Sisu. So Ryan and I have been working in the background for the last few months, and we're really leveraging Sisu for our business and yours. So I just wanted to give you some like 10,000 foot view of some of the changes that we started to make. We haven't officially rolled them out, but I wanted to tell you they're coming soon. So we created Sisu automated emails for the agents and clients as they pass through the stages. So if you have a contract to close in Sisu, when it goes through the escrow being opened, to due diligence, to appraisal to finance, to pending escrow, an automated email is going to go to your client and let the client know this is going on in your contract. Then there's going to be an email that's going to go back to you from the TC saying this is going on with their contract. It's a big high level of communication that you guys don't have to think about, so it just automates the process for you and keeps your clients in the loop. So with that being said, we also created feedback notifications. So the feedback notifications are tell us how we did. So an agent, when you close a deal, Mary, you're going to get a feedback form that says how did the TC perform? And then when a deal closes, the TC is going to get an email notification that says how did the agent do with the transaction? The client is going to get a notification feedback form that says how were our services? Then the client's also going to get a request for a review. All these notifications and feedback are to better our business from the top down, but also give you guys feedback on what you're doing with your clients and requesting reviews if you haven't been doing them. And then as the closing package comes into the office, it says, hey, your commission check has arrived. We're auditing your file. Here's when your commission is going to come to you. So another high level of communication there. The next thing that we're starting, and we're beta testing with Sisu, they gave us the opportunity to build something very special with them, was a roadmap, a client-facing app. Picture it like this. Anybody see the Domino's pizza tracker? You know what that is? Okay, it's right, you order your food online, and then you watch it get placed into the oven, and then it goes into the box, then it goes into the car, then it goes to the house, and then you pay for it, and it's closed, and everything's tracked, dot by dot by dot by dot. So Sisu created an app that your client's going to download, and they're going to watch your closing go through all of those stages, okay? And in that app, you're going to see that roadmap, and it's going to be super cool because everything they want to know about their transactions there. And when they log in, it's your photo, it's your profile, it's your information, it's a link to your website, and then that roadmap starts. And then at closing, they have access to the settlement statement, the contracts, anything that they need that they may bug you for. And then after that transaction closes, they can go back and grab that for taxes later. And then there's a drip campaign built into it where they're nurturing your client through the contract to close process. And then afterwards, hey, don't forget your settlement statement's in here for your taxes, or other notifications that go out. Hey, if you know anybody buying or selling, don't forget about me. So it's a super cool setup that those guys are doing. And I love the long-term nurturing that it gives you. Another thing that they're going to allow us to do is any closed transactions that you have right now, you can go back to all your past clients, upload their docs, and then send them the app, and they'll have automation built in already, so you don't have to do this going forward. You can grab all your past clients and put them in the client-facing app. It is something that every company in the country will eventually do. The Redfins, the Zillows, Century 21s, KWs, none of them have it yet. So we're going to be rolling that out to you guys first, and it's going to be amazing, and I want you to use it. I think it's going to help you guys, and your clients are really going to trip over it. Cool? All right, so when would we be launching that? I'm hoping, okay, don't, you know, things change, 2 weeks. I think in the next 30 days we can have it launched. We started building it already. We're just going through the tips and tricks and testing it. Everything I said before the client-facing app is done. We're just waiting to schedule a webinar and walk everybody through it. Plus, we're going to take all the feedback with any of the improvements that we're making, and we're going to have like a 1-hour webinar with the company and say, you wanted it, we are delivering it, and we're going to do that webinar. So we're just trying to schedule that out here pretty soon. Okay?
Very exciting.
Coolioso.
Real quick for updates this week, we have ERS tomorrow morning at 9:15. We'll be in the training room, so I hope you guys can join us in there or Zoom in on your own from the team calendar. Headshots, if you need a new one or a refresh, that will also be tomorrow morning. Actually, we might do ERS over there so that they can do headshots over here. And then home inspections with Accomplished at 1 o'clock. And then Thursday, we've got Buyer Boot Camp at 11 o'clock. And then Jen at 1 o'clock for Mortgage 101. And
we have 20 minutes to go over a market update with Valerie. I want to run through some market update conditions as well. We have February awards, and we got to keep moving, so let's do this. Bring up Val. Bring up Val. Bring up Val. Bring up Val. Grab that.
Good morning, everyone. So Aaron's going to go into more detail about local stats, but I do like to touch on a national perspective because I think it's really good for you to have these as talking points and little nuggets in your back pocket for your clients. So do you want to open us up with a quote today, sir?
Yeah, so Altos Research, they do a lot of research within real estate, one of the #1 companies involved in it, and they say, we keep watching for it, but there are absolutely no signs of a market slowdown anywhere in the data. If anything, we're seeing the market continue to heat up. And remember, back when the crash happened in 08, 09, it was because of bad lending, predatory loans, things that have been now more regulated. These guys can't just hand loans out to everybody under the sun anymore. So that crash was because of those bad factors. We don't see that now. So again, anyone saying, oh, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, well, that bubble was created initially because of bad lending practices. We're now just seeing, we go back to this every week, this is all a supply and demand issue, all right? It's that simple, supply and demand.
All right, so I want to talk about 3 realities that we're seeing in the market. This is not any new news to any of us, but reality 1, inventory is low. February active listings, as you can see behind me, dropped again.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, not new news. But I want you to see these national numbers, and these are in the thousands. So you can look back into January last year and kind of see the trends, and here we are dropping again. Going into reality.
You know what?
Yeah.
Because we're short on time, I'm actually going to work on these slides with our current market conditions with the national market conditions. So let's go back to that slide that had that decrease in inventory right there. So why is there a decrease in inventory right now? Is it the listings or is it the buyer demand?
Buyer demand.
It's the buyer demand because what season are we in? The buying season, right? So we are coming off the new year and the listings were creeping back up again. The inventory was low, but now everybody's in buying mode again. So you're seeing, instead of 10 offers a month ago, you're seeing 20 offers. And those listings, again, even though they're coming in, the buyer demand is outweighing it and it's still reducing the inventory. So the inventory levels in the next 3 months will continue to go down or stabilize probably right at this number right here. So that's what you guys are up against when you're writing offers and talking to your clients. This national matches what our market conditions look like right now. I ran the stats. We are at 2 weeks supply, and we can keep going, which is down about a week and a half supply. So you see the trend lines going down. That's what recently happened again, guys.
All right, so next slide, Ryan. So reality 2, right? Reality 1, inventory is low. Reality 2, to what he just said, homes are selling more than ever. We're selling more homes than we ever have before, and this graph is showing you that. Again, 2 things are true. We need more inventory, and we're selling inventory across the country more than ever.
So that's values are going up, right?
Values are going up.
So I want to give you 2 examples of what I've seen in today's market. One of them was a listing with Greg Martin. It was a turnkey 4,000 square foot home outside of Dragon's Ridge, okay? Beautiful home. We listed it at $999, and we knew that's right in line with fair market value. Within 24 hours, we had 7 offers, and it went under contract for 1.1. Everybody that came into that house said it's turnkey and it's beautiful, so I will pay more because I don't want to buy a house that I have to go in at $1 million and still spend time renovating it. So buyers will pay more. They will deep dive into their pockets to find a turnkey house. So if you're flipping anything, the renovations, look for it. If your buyer is going to submit an offer on a house that is turnkey and looks beautiful, I don't care what price range, you have to tell them there is going to be an insane amount of offers on this, so go as big as you possibly can. We had a property on Tonopah. My buddy bought it, renovated it. I swear on my mom's grave, the thing is worth $325,000 right now. We went under contract for $390,000. Okay? That's what the buyers are willing to do right now to get a turnkey house. With that being said, the values in all of the communities are not just going up 10% or 15%. We're seeing like 30, 40% increases on the values in certain scenarios. Those two were just turnkey. One was in the 300 range, one was in $1 million range. No difference in the buyer demand. Both of those houses had buyers coming in. All those buyers paid as much as they possibly could and over, and there's numbers being done that I haven't seen in my career before.
Is this home sales or home prices?
Sales.
So home sales are up.
Yes.
So in 2019, 5 million, and this is United States.
Yes.
2020, 5.6, and now 2021, 6.1. That it's just continuing to be more home selling.
Correct. This is all home sales.
Get your piece of the pie, guys.
Exactly everything Annette and Mike said a while ago.
In January of 2021, no, I'm sorry. We're in March, February, January. January of 2021, February of 2021, we sold 3,000 units per month. I ran the stats this morning. January and February of this year, we sold close to 3,400 units per month. So there are more sales. The takeaway from that is, Aaron, the market's crazy, buyers can't find houses, or they gotta pay too much. Somebody's buying them, somebody's paying for it. What we have to do as a community here is be really, really good at our craft. Be really, really good at discussing and educating the buyers. And then if you get a listing, that's where it's at. You can do anything you want with that listing. You can generate it. You can put it under contract, and you certainly could probably find the buyer for it. So there's things where you just have to be better, and you have to work a little bit harder, because I don't want you guys driving around spending all this money on grass either. I know how difficult it is. But there's agents doing it, and if we're having struggles doing it here, then we'll figure it out, or we'll help you guys, whatever you need.
How many agents have a client that say, my max budget is $375, we're not going a penny over? You go out in the field, all of a sudden, they're like, okay, we can go up to $450. How many has that happened to you? Because that's the narrative I'm hearing a lot, right? Mm-hmm. So when you have information like this in your back pocket and you're educating and teaching them, you can maybe save yourself and themselves some time.
And one more point to hammer Aaron's point home about home values. We just reached out on a property for some friends of ours. They're looking at a $2.1 million house on the golf course in Red Rock. On the market 3 days, under contract. It last sold in 2017 for $960,000. It appreciated $1 million in 5 years. 5 years. Unbelievable. So even in that price range, tell your buyers, move quick. Move quick. All right, go ahead.
Next slide, reality number 3, right? Inventory is low, things are selling, and number 3, they are selling fast. I love this graph. This is a good graph for you to keep on your phone to educate your clients on a national level. This right here, this look right here gives us a good look at listings that come in every month. That's what you see in blue. And how many carry over to the next month. You can see February had very few listings, now these are in the thousands, that carried over. What does this mean? As soon as something comes to the market, guess what? It sells.
It gone.
Again, it's not something you don't already know, but you can use these graphs to help educate your clients. Love this graph. Okay. Next.
All right. Now more industry insiders are throwing out their previous forecasts and replacing them with more bullish short-term outlooks. Some experts say the 2022 spring housing market might go down as one of the most competitive on record. And if that doesn't ring true for the Vegas market as well, with 2 weeks inventory for, less than 2,000 SFRs on the market, I don't know how much more competitive you can get.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And alluding back to what Annette was talking about back in 06, 7, 8, or 08 and plus when you guys were working in the market, I was doing 02 markets, foreclosure markets. We've been through all these markets. All of them, they're the same to me. Like, okay, where's inventory at, and what do I have to say to buyers and sellers to close deals in whatever markets it's in? So when I see this, I don't get scared. I feel like I want to jump on a Mojo dialer. I want to grab 500 contacts, and I want to call everyone and tell them, you don't know what's going on in our housing market, because if you wanted to sell your home right now, I can guarantee you $100,000 more than what you're probably thinking it's worth. Can we set an appointment to talk about it? Boom, I got a listing. Okay, now that listing I'm going to do an open house on, because I'm going to tell that seller, hey, I'm getting you all this money you didn't expect. Can you keep it off the market for a week so I can do some open houses and generate some buyers? Great. Now I'm going to double end it. Like, I don't get scared when I see these statistics. I just pivot and I talk about it differently than I did before, but I'm smart because I educate myself on what's going on in the market, and then I regurgitate it 25 times every single day, to either you guys or when I was in production to my database of clients. It's no different what market we're in. So stay on these statistics. I know if you guys are getting a little nervous belly and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Get it out of your system now. Be fearless, get on those phones, talk to your clients, and work on building your business, because we have everything here for you. So I can't see anybody saying, I can't find it, I can't do it. You're showing up every day, Nick. You're getting conversations. You got appointments now. Does this matter? Yes. It matters to know the education, but does it scare you from working? Every day. It scares you? Scares you?
In a good way. In a good way.
In a good way. Okay, good. Because I was going to give you a big hug and take you over to the office and talk in a little while. Okay. All right, let's keep going, guys. I know we're short on time.
Next slide. Talking about showings and activity.
Yeah, and the slide that Ryan's going to get up here, it's just according to showing time, numbers are up year over year. Showings are up an insane amount already here in 2022. So there's buyers. They want to see homes. Get them to the homes.
Crushed pre-pandemic numbers. So lots of activity, and we can expect that to increase in the spring market.
What's a pandemic? When was that?
Yeah, right?
I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
2 days. March 17th, 2 years ago, a day before my birthday, the entire world shut down.
Crazy.
Just a fun fact.
All right, this next slide, I love this one. Another one that you should have in your back pocket. I like this graph because it clearly shows the seasonality of the housing market. The red circle there is this year, 2022. So the good news here, we are ahead of last year, which is right below it in the green line, and we want to see these listings continue to climb. So that's good news, right? We're already ahead of the game.
Get your piece of the pie. Get your piece of the pie, as Annette says.
Laughing because it looks like a kindergartner did that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny. All right, next slide.
All right, and from Realtor.com, during the final 2 weeks of the month, more sellers entered the market than during the same time last year. However, with 5.8 million new homes missing from the market and millions of millennials at first-time buying ages, housing supply faces a long road to catching up. I said, if anybody knows how to materialize 10,000 homes tomorrow, let us know. Otherwise, it's going to be a long road.
Normal. New normal.
New norm.
All right, next slide, please. We always talk about what we're projecting the home prices to increase at a percentage in 2022. So you can see all these experts here, what they're suggesting. So overall, they're forecasting an average of just over 6% appreciation this year alone. I can tell you Las Vegas is much higher than that percentage. All right, next slide. Talking about mortgage rates. This is a look at mortgage rates going back to the last week in 2021 and each week so far this year. We did see a little dip last week and the week before due to the world's uncertainty. As of today, they're right back up, and experts are saying they don't expect these to stay this low for much longer.
What's the date? You may not know right now, but the Fed is meeting and going to do another rate hike, I think, in the next 30, 45 days. Am I close enough? Yeah. So right. But we'll expect them to take up a hair bit more and a little bit more on investments. That's why that training with FGMC is going to be really valuable to see what other products are out there to leverage the higher values and leverage the higher interest rates with these type of loan products for sellers and for the buyers. That's a good educational moment to digest for the market we're in right now.
So national numbers, guys, are we seeing this today? Have they even jumped up today?
We actually got a this morning that they went up to.
So tell your buyers they're in a short window because experts are saying those are going to keep hiking up. Now, if a buyer asks you, should I buy now? Andrew, what should we be telling buyers?
Should we buy now? If you buy a $350,000 house today, and we know here, $400,000 house, based on the home price expectation survey, within 5 years, you're looking at $90,000 in equity in that house. So,
but
yes.
I have friends who bought homes 3 months ago and made 90 grand off of it.
Great.
I'm just saying.
Get your piece of the pie, Aaron.
So if you were in the dialer and you're prospecting and you said, I have an investor that'll pay you over fair market value for your home cash today, are you interested? Another way to lead generate, because we will buy that house for over fair market right now, because we know once we renovate it, we can push that value insane high.
Right, that's all we got.
That's all you got. Okay, thank you very much. Big round for these guys, all right? So no more market conditions. We're going to get into award show right now real fast. Let's do it. Come on up, Annette. Don't make that face at me. Let's do this. Come on, girl. Woo. So we are going to do our monthly awards for February. And shall we go into the back? Do it a little bit differently today. Would you join me?
Sure.
All right, cool. Now let's see if Ryan can get the camera on us
No,
back
he's
here
supposed to
today. Hi, beautiful people. How you doing today? Looking good, Jonathan. I like the beard. Best hair I've ever seen, Ann. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to whiz through it. We know we only got about 5 minutes left on the calendar. And we're going to start off with...
Take those?
Yes, you can. That'd be great. And I'll switch that up with you.
Teamwork, guys.
All right, so this is insane. I never thought it was ever going to happen. It did. Christian Carruthers, come up for the highest number of conversations. Come on up. We ring the bell, brother. I want to at least get a moment for you. Get it. There we go. I want a better one than that. You got to get used to it. Yeah, Annette broke it yesterday. Good job.
I rang it too aggressively.
So we know that
Tattletale.
Zach Dunbar's always been the rock star in conversations and appointments. He's been crushing it. Christian's a new guy. Sat back down, said, I'm going to make an effort, tracked everything in Sisu, had 247 conversations last month. Yes, sir. And how many appointments off the top of your head did you set?
4.
Good job.
Nice.
Good job. That's what I want.
Good job,
Appointments,
Christian.
guy. Conversation equal appointments. Thank you
Yep.
so much.
Good
Appreciate
job.
it, brother. All right. With all those conversations being had, Zach Dunmeyer, please come on up. You're number one with 9 appointments set last month.
Those conversations are paying off.
Great job, Zach.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. All right, we're going to keep rolling. The bell's just not working today at its highest level, and that broke it yesterday.
Was that mentioned?
I will
Once, twice, maybe?
All right, the highest number of closings. Greg Martin, congratulations.
I guess you can have that.
Can I ring the bell?
Sure.
Give it a try.
No, please. You know, I broke it ringing it for him, by the way, because he was too scared of it. I think it was a trick all along.
It's all about the touch, guys.
Flick of the wrist.
All right, top listing agent in units. There was a three-way tie with each of these agents having 2 listings. Amber Guzman, Sam Smith, and Justin Perry. Come on up, Amber. Do you have the touch? Come on, give it a try. There we go.
All right, it's not broken. Thank you, Amber.
Thank you.
All right, the top selling agent in units, also another tie. There was 4 agents with 2 units closed. Stephen Armando, Kate Alessi, Greg Martin, and Sonia Arribas. Good job, guys. Kate, where are you hiding? Come on up.
Thank you.
I want to give Annette the floor for our Rookie of the Month, who we spent some time talking to and watching him grow. Let's have the stage. Go for it.
Yes, I am really excited. I'm always excited about the rookie. You guys know that. This person came in about 6 months ago and was working another full-time job and said, I really want to make this my full-time job, and worked his way through doing all of the element, working his SOI, getting on the phones. And last week, make sure my timing's not off, he joined the launch team, and in that same week, he got on the Mojo Dialer, got a listing and signed a buyer broker agreement, and he's killing it. I know he's going to have an amazing career in real estate. Peter Benedicto, you are a Rookie of the Month.
What a great start, man, jumping on that
amazing
dialer and setting those. That.
Oh, I didn't even mention, and he quit his full-time job so that he could do this full-time.
That's a big deal.
Congratulations,
That's
Peter.
a big deal. Congratulations. Yep. And the Element Award, I'll let you take over on that one as well.
The Element Award is for the person who exceeds, I mean, we are all amazing here, but exceeds that, really goes out of their way to help out others. This person is always giving advice. Probably everybody in the room knows her. If you don't know her, get to know her. She's very helpful. She's very knowledgeable. She's a huge part of the culture of this community. Angel Wallen, you are.
Thank you so much.
There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you for all your help, Angel. Appreciate you. Okay. And then we have the Inner Circle Awards based on production. At the end of the year, we have an event for all the Inner Circle Award team members. 3 get entered every month. As of right now, I'm going to go through that whole list.
Nope, the top 3.
Just those 3. Greg Martin, Christian Carruthers, and Stephen Armando made it in the Inner Circle already. Great job.
Congratulations. Congratulations. And Stephen wasn't able to make it,
Yep,
unfortunately.
Stephen's on an appointment, so he gets a pass today. I'm grateful for every one of you guys being here and showing up and working so diligently. Let's keep going. It's only March. We got a long year ahead of us. We're going to keep improving everything and showing up, and whatever you need, please let us know. Feedback forms are available. Let's rock and roll. Have a great week.
And
Bye,
breakfast
everybody at
is
home.
here.
Yeah, food's in the back. Go for it. Where's Lynn's coming up quick?